Hi, performers and achievers. Welcome to Performers and Achievers Daily with me, Raj Gavurla. In this episode, I will continue discussing how to eradicate stress. And in the previous episode, I talked about the animals and how I bought deer corn, turkey corn, and other animals and how they communicated with each other, whether they were with the same species or other species. And I apologize. I did not post the pictures because posting pictures is not a feature on Buzzsprout or on YouTube. However, here's what occurred. To summarize, I put deer corn there, turkey corn, and other animals. And I saw a crow come down, look around. First, he landed on the branch, made a crow sound. Then he came down to the corn. So then later in the day, I see a rabbit. A rabbit. And then I don't know how they do it, but they must communicate with each other because animals do communicate with each other, whether they're the same kind of animals or they're different animals. They have awareness, they're able to sense, they're able to smell, see, hear, right? So other birds were flying around. And the turkeys came. It's usually a mom turkey or a mama turkey and her baby. Sure enough, they came. And then a few days later, I was walking towards my car, about to get into my car, and I see this beautiful deer. Beautiful deer. And it was like I was in National Geographic. Beautiful. And I stopped, and as I stared at the deer, looked at the deer was aware of me, sensed me, probably smelled me, saw me. Just one of those moments. Can't really describe how beautiful it really was. And so, oh, I'm sure I saw squirrels there also. So I don't know exactly how they communicate with each other. I don't know what kind of emotions they have, calm emotions, they're composed. They all look like they had calm emotion. They're composed, they're poised. None of them look frantic or anything like that. So the other day, I was sitting right here in my kitchen where I'm shooting this. And the turkey, the mom turkey or mama turkey and the baby turkey, just make their way right up onto my fire pit, onto the chairs, just standing on the chairs like they coming over to see if I can come out or something. Pretty amazing. And a couple of days later, they were back. They're doing the same thing. Now they were actually on the cement wall around the fire pit. So animals look and feel safe around me. Now here's something that I observed or noticed. I went and looked at the deer corn, turkey corn, other animals' corn. And there were some still there. And I think what may have happened is that none of the animals like being the one that's ate the last corn, deer corn, right? And they go back into the woods, right? They start communicating with each other, however they do it. There's lots of ways. They look at each other, they hear each other, they sense each other, they smell each other, they have a feel for each other, right? And probably none of them would like to be the one that was, hey, you ate the last corn. How come you ate the last corn? There's not any for anyone else. Hmm? You think? Ah, it's a little similar. A little bit similar to people, right? Person, a group of people, in your family, extended family, with your friends. I don't know, citizens, others. Hey, who ate the last? Whatever it may be. Nutrition. I use the word nutrition now instead of food. Nutrition. So that was my observation of what I saw. It's amazing. So I have animal friends now. They come right up to the fire pit in the backyard, walk through my backyard. At least the turkeys do. And I will put more deer, turkey, and other animals' corn there. I might even buy some that has like a scent on it, a stronger scent. However, the key is that somehow the animals were able to find it, right? And they were able to communicate with each other. And each of them had calm emotion, composed and poised. And so that concludes my learning. I've never said I'd feed for wildlife. And I'm looking forward to actually when I have some time to actually rejuvenate and walk back there through the woods. There's a trail that goes way back there. I don't know, they probably might actually, I mean, I'm sure they're aware of me and they see me. I don't see them. However, they know that I'm a good guy. They probably, their mind thinking, ah, that's the guy that put out that deer corn, turkey corn, or the corn. So that's where my adventure with that went. Very insightful, actually. Did that deer alleviate my stress? How we were communicating with each other? Sure did. A beautiful deer. Turkeys also. Rabbits, squirrels, different kind of birds. So what I did this past week, went to a basketball officiating camp. Yes, a basketball officiating camp. I officiate basketball. And you've heard of me talk about my adaptability link. Well, in basketball, as it is in your family, with your extended family, friends, citizens, others, in your place of business, where you work, where you do your job, where you do your tasks, whatever routine or process you have, whatever it is that you're pursuing. Similar to everything else, it was communication. Communication, great communication, great communication. Really upskills someone, a group, a team, an organization, a business, that's good business. And then when there's not great communications, then harder. It's sometimes difficult, and it can become toxic. So when I went there, it just so happened that Dawn Staley, the women's head basketball coach of the University of South Carolina, was there. And the campers were there, and we were officiating their basketball games, high schoolers and middle schoolers, girls basketball. And as Dawn Staley was answering questions, and by the way, when they played I don't know exactly what that game's called. I think it's called Knockout. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. Well, they had one or two USC players in the knockout. One of the campers won. And it actually came down to two campers were the final two. And so Dawn Staley, someone asked about basketball, and she said that a basketball player falls in love with basketball. They fall in love with basketball. And I was thinking about it, and I do what I love. And sure, did I fall in love with basketball? Yes. Did I fall in love with soccer? Yes. Did I fall in love with tennis? Yes. Did I fall in love with table tennis? Yes. Right. Sure. I already have. However, I don't think that there was a time when it just actually occurred. And as we were talking with the referees and other officials there, we had lots of discussions and interaction, active listening, right? And a lot of them were there to help and support us so that we can improve as basketball officials, get/do a little better. And so what I've always known about me and what I've experienced and felt is that anytime I ever played basketball, soccer, tennis, table tennis, I'm not so sure that, like I said, that there was any specific time that I just fell in love with it. However, like I said, I've already have. If after hearing Dawn Staley and just reflecting, I was like, yeah, sure, I have. Probably a long, long time ago. I don't know exactly when it happened, a long, long time ago. However, I know from day one, and this is what we discuss as officials, what I do know from the very beginning, day number one, the first time I ever touched a basketball, played basketball, soccer, tennis, table tennis, pretty much anything that I've really pursued. And that is that I respect basketball. I respect soccer. I respect tennis. I respect table tennis. And then other endeavors that I do, I respect those endeavors. My profession, for example. And so, what exactly does that mean? Well, it could mean a lot of things for a lot of people, right? I'm not the only one that could define it or what the criteria is. However, to me, it is play right or play it right or play it the right way, it being whatever endeavor it is. And so some of the players there were challenged. Sometimes it's difficult. Sometimes their emotions 0 to 80, like that. And so we are able to approach it and control the game. And after they say there's a jump ball, come in, rush towards it. Ladies, and they release, and then pause, and then I say, or I tell them, respect basketball. And so the criteria for that, it's like anything else, could be a lot of things. However, I already have said one of them. So what else could that go towards? Well, that could go towards your teammates, your coaches, coaches and players, coaches and coaches, fans and the teams they're cheering for, pulling for, right? Respect basketball. When that occurs, each and every one has fun, enjoys, And it's a beneficial experience. Everyone gains wisdom, they gain experience, they gain knowledge, and they gain skills. So if you're out there, I don't know where you are, and it doesn't matter if you don't play sports or if you do. And whatever you're pursuing, whatever that endeavor is, in good business and anything, sports, respect it. And as you do, that's when the good opportunity, good benefits, and good options present themselves to you with clarity. That's what I have for you today. If you like my podcast, like it. Comment in the comment section. Your bonus assignment is for you to reflect on my message during this podcast, this episode. Reflect on it and implement and apply just one thing. And where could you use great communication so that whatever it is you're pursuing, your endeavor, or sport you're playing, regardless of what position you have, what's your role, what's your responsibility, what tasks you have, are you respecting it? Use great communication. And is it sometimes challenging for you? Because maybe it's hard to control your emotions. You're challenged with calm emotion, being composed and being poised. You're challenged, maybe even have difficulty with that. Do you use active listening when you use great communication? Are you aware of the situation awareness? However, first, what it starts with is your calm emotion. And then from there, it's much easier to be composed and poised. And yes, I'm very aware that someone might be or seem intimidating, manipulative, maybe trying to take advantage of the situation, all of those things, or taking advantage of whatever it may be. And so, are you able to use your tool box? And what is in your toolbox? If the tool's not there, then what can you learn, or where can you learn these skills, these communication skills, or whom can you go to help and support? Because if I look at any endeavor endeavor, initiative, pursuit, task, dream, goal, clear goal. Or whatever routine, process, your process, task consistently drives you one task at a time. How are you communicating? Is it great communication? And as you do that, you'll see whether it's just two people or more than two people. And regardless of what the atmosphere is, the environment, the culture, whether it's in a place of business, good business, workplace, job, while you're working, playing sports, and your family, extended family, friends, citizens, others. I would say that most anyone will tell you, or almost 100% of the people there like to have fun, enjoy, and work together. Work together means respect, help, and support each other. That's what I have for you today's episode. For those of you who are interested in my private, personal, professional, confidential services and programs with me, visit my website, rajgavurla.com, fill out the brief form, and we will contact you as soon as we can. And instead of ending like I normally do with enjoy your day, I too am communicating great communication. Have fun and enjoy your day.